Hi, my friends. Captain Jason Morton here. Just going over some stuff that I'm working on and letting you know I don't have TV. I just have internet and I watch a lot of YouTube and I listen to a lot of music and I look up stuff on YouTube and watch stuff on YouTube. So I'm constantly all night, all day listening to history when people give lectures, museum stuff, looking up videos of this, videos of that. And I mean, you can watch Hulu, you can watch Netflix, you got everything on the internet. You don't need TV anymore. And they don't want me to tell you that, but it's true. You don't need that junk anymore. And you can listen to and watch what you want. And you can choose what you want your kids to watch, and you can choose what, instead of you got cable and 300 channels and your kids are watching stuff they shouldn't be watching. I mean, they put in that stupid Parkview video that I said that I was watching or doing pedophilia, kitty porn and shit. I knew they were doing that shit on purpose in my computer with the kids. I knew it. Because, yeah, it does make it look like I was freaking looking at kitty porn or something. And the kids were looking at it, and that little girl down the street was putting shit in my computer. And then I went to, have a chat with her, and her freaking uncle or whatever tried to get into it with me. And then the cop came and tried to goat me and tried to get me to, fight him. And I'm not freaking fighting with cops. If you're going to be like that, you can just fucking leave. Like I said, you can just get out. You shouldn't even come in here if you're going to act like that, because they already know who I am, and they want to act like they don't know who I am. They all know who I am. And I'm not going to play those games with them anymore that we don't know who I am. And I've already told everybody, I'll make a federal case of this. I'll go down and fucking put Captain Bravo in the fucking hospital. I mean, I don't fucking play. If that's the next step that the general wants me to do, I will, but that's not what he wants me to do. So, I've already told you, I don't want to go down and threaten Captain Bravo, but he wants to be a prick and keep on sending fucking buttholes out here acting like they don't know me. Well, I'm going to go down there and fucking tell him I do know him in front of Internal Affairs. I'm going to make sure he does know me. He wants to keep acting like a little fucking prick. Because I'm Captain Jason Morton, and I've been Captain Jason Morton for 16 years. He can suck my cock. Because if I wanted, I'd be general or colonel or whatever. My general has already said. So once everything comes out and I get promoted, I mean, I'm going to go back to the freaking sheriff's office, I'm telling you, and do an inspection, because they were doing all kinds of crooked stuff up in there, and I haven't even read you the report on the sheriff's office yet. I could go with you line by line and tell you what they were doing that was dirty. And like I said, if the FBI wanted, they could shut me down anytime. They could come in here, they could stop me, they're not doing any of that. They're just sitting back watching and seeing what's going to happen, what's transpiring, and what the cops are doing and what the neighbors are doing. They're watching all of it. And they're assessing it to see if I'm telling the truth. Because they don't have any freaking clue if I was telling the truth or if I'm just making stuff up. Well, I'm not making stuff up. I'm telling the truth. I've made stuff up a lot in the past, of course, because nobody was supposed to know who I was. And I didn't want my kids threatened. But too late now. They already got my kids working for them, and they already got little children trying to do stuff that they shouldn't be doing over here. And I got to go volunteer at the mental hospital and say that aliens are making me do stuff just to get away from them from doing dirty stuff. I mean, and I volunteered at the hospital, so they acted like I didn't have any rights when I got there to refuse to do treatment. I had every right to refuse treatment. I volunteered. I wasn't put in there, on a mental hole or found in the streets running naked. That was a bunch of crap. I only said that crap to see what they would use. And yeah, they're a bunch of liars and they used it. Because there ain't nobody out there that say they found me in the streets running naked. And my neighbors didn't call fucking because I was naked. My neighbor Kathy, I fucking told her straight out, call the cops. I want to go to the mental hospital. And fucking, she was standing out there cleaning her rugs. So they can lie all they want. And Parkview can lie because they've lied up and down all these years. I already knew it was a lie. When I got in the mail two times in a row, I hadn't even got to put in yet. And that's something that the government does. Like I told you. And that's a message. Whenever they want me to look into something, they will send me something in the mail incorrectly or messed up. Or even the lady down at Parkview looked at me and she knew who I was. And she said, no, sir, we don't charge for... And because I asked her how much for the paperwork for what happened to me. And she said, no, sir, we don't charge, because she already knows who I am. I'm not going to play these games with them anymore. You know, I might go out and act stupid. I might act like I don't know what I'm doing, or to see if you're going to do the right thing and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. But that's just an act. I know very well what I'm doing when I show up at your office and I ask you for the transcripts and the records for what happened. I want to know what they said. I want to know why they're lying. I want to know who's making them, and we're going to find out. My general is going to find out exactly why somebody at Parkview is lying and who they're lying for. If they're lying for Captain Bravo, if they're lying for Captain Gallardo, or if they're lying for that female captain, we're going to find out who they're lying for and why they're trying to set me up to be at a mental hospital when they know very, very well that I'm not mental. And I'm far, far from it. And like I told them when they came here after I got back from the hospital, I normally help disabled veterans, and I don't mind going to the hospital. I don't mind at all. Because I prefer to go up there and then to be in jail and have to hurt somebody. I just do. Any day of the week, I would volunteer to go into the mental hospital. And I told them down at Cricket, when I got my phone, if I need to go to the mental hospital, I'll go to the mental hospital. I looked at the FBI guy and I told him, if that's what you guys want me to do, that's what I'll do. But I'm not going to hurt anybody. I told him straight out. So if you're trying to get me to hurt people, that's not happening. But over at my house, I'm allowed to. And out on the streets, when I have my top secret information, I'm allowed to. Big time. All right, late.